Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you all are doing great. In this video, we are going to discuss a new grammatical topic which is present perfect tense. Present perfect tense tells us or builds a connection between past and present tense, no matter the task is finished or unfinished. It doesn't matter we are using or we are discussing a work which is done or undone. It will just be performed, it will just make connection between past and present. I know it seems like it's quite difficult, but it is not actually, because we casually use the tense, present perfect tense, in our daily life, right? So when we are going to get into the depth, it will be very easy to understand. Now let's move on. Sentence structure. What is sentence structure? How can we make a tense, present perfect tense, using a simple sentence? Well, everybody, we are going to use has and have. Yes, to make any sentence perfect, we will use has, have and V3. What is V3? Yes, third form of verb. So, present refers to has, have, while perfect means we will use past participle, which is V3. And of course, the start and ending of the sentence must be sufficient enough to make a complete and meaningful sentence. For that, we need a subject and an object. Now the question is, are we going to use has, have both in the same sentence? No, everyone, we are not going to use has and have both in the same sentence. Actually, we use has for single subjects. If a sentence is having a single subject, then we will use has, while if there are many subjects, then we will use have. And of course, with has, have, we use past participle. What is past participle? Yes, V3. So everyone, to make any sentence present perfect, how can you understand, how can you identify that the particular sentence is in present perfect tense? Well, yes, if a sentence is having has or have in it, it means it is present, and of course, to determine perfect tense, there must be V3. Yes, third form of verb. Alright, let's move on and see what is the connection. Everyone, here is the sentence, Shanza broke her leg. Broke. We have used V2, second form of verb, which means it is past tense, right? Now, let's see the connection. Shanza has broken her leg. Now, has is telling us that it is present, and broken, showing we have used past participle, so it is perfect tense. Now what is the connection? Everyone see, in past tense, what happens? Shanza broke her leg. Now what's done is done. It can't be changed. But Shanza has broken her leg. The leg has already been broken, right? It has already been done, right? It is the part of past, but it is still connected to the present. How? Maybe she is not healed yet. Maybe she is on the way to the hospital to fix it, right? So, the work has been done in past, but it is still connected to present. Alright? Now, let's move on and see positive sentences. Now, the question is, when do we use has? Yes, we use has with single subjects. For example, Sam has eaten 4 slices of pizza. Has is telling us that this is a present tense, while eaten is telling us that we have used third form of verb which represent perfect tense. Now, we have used present perfect tense here. Why? Because we have used has and eaten in the sentence. Now the question is, why did I use has? Why not have? Yes, because of Sam. Sam is a single subject, and with single subjects we always use has. Brilliant. For example, Henry has gone to Berlin. The gardener has plucked the flowers. She has bought a pen. The cat has gone missing. Here I have used has gone, has bought, has plucked, has gone. Why? Has been used because of single subjects, right? Henry, one boy. She, representing single person, right? She is a single person pronoun. The gardener, the cat. We had single subjects, so we have used has, right? Now let's move on to have. We use have with many subjects, right? Wherever there are more than one subject in a sentence, we will definitely go towards have. For example, Henry and Sam have gone to Berlin. The gardeners have plucked the flowers. Jessica and her mom bought 2 pens. The cat and the dog have gone missing. Now, in all these examples, what have we used? Yes, we have used have. Why did we do that? Because there are many subjects, more than one subject is present in each sentence. Henry and Sam, Jessica and her mom, gardeners, the cat and the dog. Alright? And of course, we will use V3, past participle, to make it perfect. Let's move on to present perfect tense. And again, how did we use has and have in our sentences? Well, we use has with he, she, it, or single subject. Alright? And we use have with they, I, you, we, or many subjects. Now I said we use have with many subjects, right? But I also mentioned that I and you. Yes, everyone, with I and you, we also use have, although they are representing single subject. I is representing single subject. You is representing single subject, right? But still, we use have with them. Why? Because this is exception. Every language has its own exceptions, right? So, English has its exception. I and you are also exception. So, with I and you, although they are representing single subjects, but we will definitely use have with them. Okay, let's move on to examples. You have drunk my glass of orange juice. You have started walking since 2010. I have planned your birthday party. I have helped my elder sister in laundry. Got it, everyone? Although I and you are single, representing single subjects, but we will always use have with them. Let's move on to sentence structure of negative sentences. It's quite simple, everyone. You just need to mention not between has and the main verb. Somebody has not received the salary. The kids have not finished their homework. I have not done cooking yet. You have not done cleaning since last week. Understood? That's all for today's video. Take care. Bye-bye.